birthday!
Okay, well, this is August, and my birthday is in August. It's towards the end of the month, and Valerie and I were talking about birthdays, and she wanted me to share a little bit about my birthday and memories whenever I was young. So one of the things I remember is Grandmama would always, or my mama, I call her Grandmama because I'm used to talking to the kids, but my mama would always make us a birthday cake, so she'd want to know what kind of birthday cake we wanted. And we had so many birthdays in August, so it would be, of the 6 kids, 3 of us were born in August, and Daddy was born in August, so it would be June's birthday would fall in June, and then Charlie's would be at the end of July, and then Lloyd's birthday would be August 5th, and he was my younger brother, and then Daddy's birthday would be on the 20th, and my birthday would be on the 26th. Then Royce would be on the 28th, and then Larry would follow up with September 9th. So every year between August 5th and August 26th, for those 21 days, Lloyd would chase me around the house saying he was as old as I was. So he always had a lot of fun with that. So the one birthday that I remember the most was when I was quite young, and Mama was asking me and Roy what we wanted for our birthday cake. And for some reason, we were supposed to tell her the same kind of cake, and I didn't really understand that, and why I had to pick the same kind of cake Roy did. And so I think what it was is that particular year we just didn't have the funds to purchase stuff to make 2 cakes in the same week. And so, but I did finally understand that I needed to tell Mom what kind of cake I wanted, and I wanted the yellow cake with the chocolate icing because that was my favorite cake. So Mama made the best yellow cake, and then she put this homemade chocolate icing on it that she made from scratch with cocoa and butter, and it was really sort of like fudge is what it tasted like to me. So, and I love my chocolate icing on my yellow cake, and so that's the cake that we had that year because Roy, being older, understood better than I did and finally said that would be fine. And the only other favorite cake I remember is Daddy. Mama said one year that Daddy liked coconut cake, and I remember having coconut cakes from time to time, and they were always really good. We really didn't do anything much more that I remember as far as birthdays other than the cakes. We never really got presents because we just couldn't afford to exchange presents on birthdays, so of course, I didn't know people got birthday presents, so it wasn't anything that I really missed growing up. And the only other thing I remember special about birthdays was whenever I turned 13. 13 was when you were old enough to drink coffee in my house. So everybody, whenever I got up and I was to eat my breakfast, everybody was saying, "Oh, Ruby, don't you want your coffee? Don't you want your coffee?" And somebody brought me coffee. And so the only thing is Mama would let us have coffee when we were 13, but we had to drink it black. Her feeling was that if we tried it black, we probably wouldn't like it and we wouldn't drink it. And in my case, she was right. I was the only child that didn't start drinking coffee when I was 13. But whenever I took my first sip of coffee, I said, "Ooh, what's the big deal about? I don't need this." And I did not start drinking coffee until I was probably about 23 or 24. So, but yeah, the coffee just was not for me. So, and those are my birthday memories.
What I remember most about childhood birthdays is having birthday parties down at my grandma and grandparents' house, my mom's parents' house. We were already down there every Sunday anyway with all the rest of our family, and so for the kids, for the grandkids, the Sunday closest to their birthday was a big birthday party. And it was all about the cakes that grandma would make. And she would get the character-shaped cake pans, like Care Bears and Rainbow Bright and whatever was popular at the time. And she'd spend a lot of time with the icing, with the piping bags, doing all the different little starbursts and the lines and all the different details that would go on the cake. And we would have the party hats and the themed napkins and plates and everything. And we would exchange presents, but I really don't remember anything about the presents. It was all about the cake that she spent so much time on for all the different grandkids. The one I probably remember the most is the Lion King cake. It was just a regular sheet cake, but it was themed, and she was spending a lot of time mixing the icing to get the different shades so that it sort of looked like an African savannah. And she had the toys to go on top of the cake, the little toy lions and everything. And she was spending a lot of time on it. And we were all just so impressed by it that we kept coming to check on her and see what she had done. And eventually we just ran out of the kitchen because we were getting underfoot. But that was one of my big memories. It wasn't about the presents when I was young, it was about the cakes.